Good day and welcome to Fellow News. We're here to bring timeless ideas that still shape our world today. I am your anchor Richmond, Christian Yuka.
And I am Jadel Ken Valarosa. First, we go to our reporter in Athens, where Socrates is known for asking a lot of questions.
Socrates, a classical Greek philosopher from Athens, known for his method questioning to stimulate critical thinking, never wrote his own works. His ideas are recorded by his student like Plato, executed by drinking poison hemlock for allegedly cooperating the youth and empathy. A major of contribution of Socrates is introduce the Socratic method, asking questions to draw out truth and self-knowledge. Believe in know thyself, that self-awareness is the foundation of wisdom. Thank you.
Our next reporter that will going to talk about Immanuel Kant is Sarah.
Here's what I've discovered about Immanuel Kant 1724 to 1804. He was a German Enlightenment philosopher whose major contribution was the categorical imperative, a moral principle stating that one should only act according to rules that could only be universal laws, emphasizing human dignity and duty. Immanuel Kant's philosophy teaches that morality is a duty based on universal laws to connect Enlightenment ideals with rationalism and empiricism, and applies to law, business, personal honesty, and global human dignity.
Thank you for that wonderful information. Our next philosopher is Sigmund Freud, that will be presented by Kenneth.
Thank you. So, good day everyone. Today I will be talking about Sigmund Freud. So, Sigmund Freud was basically the guy who said, hey, your mind has a hidden basement full of secrets. He believed that a lot of what we do comes from our unconscious mind, and stuff from our childhood we might not even remember. His ideas is connected to psychology, art, and even in everyday life like therapy sessions and dream meaning. In short, Freud made us realize we're more than just what's on the surface. There's a whole a lot going on underneath.
Do you know about John Locke? If you don't know about John Locke, let's find out who is John Locke is. So our next philosopher is John Locke.
And today we got John Locke, which is born in 1632 and died in 1704. He was an English philosopher known as the father of liberalism, who argued that the mind is a blank slate or tabula rasa, shaped by experience, and that people have natural rights to life, liberty, and property. His ideas imply that government exists to protect these rights, connect to enlightenment, thought, and modern democracy, and apply in education, human rights, and in constitutional law.
Our next philosopher, whose name Gilbert Ryle, will be represented to our reporter member.
Gilbert Ryle, he was a British philosopher who critiqued Cartesian dualism, calling it ghost in the machine, and argued that a mind is not a separate entity from the body but a set of behaviors and dispositions. His ideas imply that mental concepts should be understood through observable actions, connect to behaviorism and analytic philosophy, and apply in psychology, education, and everyday reasoning about human behavior.
Now we have the philosopher and mathematician, René Descartes.
Thank you for that. And today we have René Descartes, which is born in 1596 and died to 1650. He was a French philosopher and mathematician known as the father of modern philosophy, who declared, I think, therefore I am, and emphasized reason as the foundation of knowledge. His ideas imply that truth should be built on clear rational thought, connect philosophy with mathematics and science, and apple in critical thinking, problem solving, and the scientific method.
Our next philosopher that will be discussed is David Hume.
David Hume was a Scottish Enlightenment philosopher who promoted empiricism, the view that knowledge comes from experience, and skepticism about claims beyond direct observation. He believed human thought is shaped by habits and impressions, and that morality is rooted in feelings rather than pure reason. His ideas imply caution against absolute certainty, connect to other philosophers like John Locke, and apply in science, ethics, and critical thinking.
Moving on, we have Paul Churchland, a philosopher, and he will take us into neuroscience.
F.F. Powertrland is contemporary Canadian philosopher focused on neuroscience and philosophy of mind. Major contribution is advocates eliminative materialism, the idea that common sense mental concepts like belief and desires will be replaced by brain science.
Our next philosopher takes us to spiritual level, which is Saint Augustine.
Saint Augustine, born in 354 in present-day Algeria, led a transformative life from a restless youth pursuing worldly pleasures to becoming the influential Christian bishop of Hippo and a key theologian and philosopher. His philosophy centers on the self as a seeker of truth and God, famously emphasizing that all knowledge leads to God, meaning that true understanding culminates in drive wisdom.
Plato was an ancient Greek philosopher of the classical period who is considered a foundational thinker in Western philosophy and innovator of the written dialogue and dialect form. He raised problems for what became all the major eras of both philosophy and particular philosophy, and was the founder of the Platonic Academy of School in Athens, where Plato taught that would later become known as Platonism.